Today, lesson 1.3, angles, triangles, and quadrangles. You are going to need 4 long straws and 4 twist ties before you get started. So make sure you have those things. The first thing you'll do is to take 2 straws and 1 twist tie. You're going to insert that twist tie into one end of each straw and join them. It should look something like what you see on the screen here. You're going to use those straws to form an angle. Go ahead and stop the video while you put that twist tie in each end of the straw. Once you have them, you will go ahead and you will form an angle. You'll notice where the 2 straws meet, right there, right there, right there, right there. That is called the vertex. Let me write that down. Vertex. Now take those 2 straws and the 1 twist tie and form a right angle. A right angle, if you notice, right in the corner here, has this square drawn, and that's to tell someone that it measures exactly 90 degrees. So you don't usually see this 90 degrees, but you'll see the square corner. So stop the video, use your straws to form a right angle. After you've constructed your right angle, you are going to create another angle. Notice that this angle has a vertex and that needs a letter. So let's call that letter B. Notice it's capital, just like when you were drawing a ray in yesterday's lesson. What we also learned in yesterday's lesson is that if this is a ray here, right along here, this also needs a point. So I'm going to call that point A. This along here is also a ray, so I know that I need to put another letter here. This angle would be called angle ABC. Notice the symbol for angle here. You also could name this angle CBA. What you need to notice is that the vertex is always the middle letter. So B must be the middle letter when naming the angle. Go ahead and make another angle with 2 of your straws and 1 twist tie. Stop the video and resume when you're ready. Please take 3 straws of different lengths and lay that construction on your desk. So take those 3 different straws. You will need 3 twist ties. Construct them so it's a closed figure and put it on your desk. Go ahead and stop the video to do this and resume when you're ready. What is this shape called? Of course, it's called a triangle. What do you know about the prefix tri? I think of words that have the prefix tri, tri meaning 3. I think of the words tricycle, meaning 3 wheels. 1, 2, 3. I think of a triathlon, which is a competition that includes swimming, biking, and running. I think about triceratops, 1, 2, 3 horns on it. I think of a tripod, a stand that holds a camera that has 3 legs. Now what I'd like you to do, now that you've created a triangle on your desk, I'd like you to add a 4th straw. You will need some more twist ties and create a straw construction of 4 straws and lay that flat on your desk. Go ahead and stop the video, resume it when you're ready. Now that you have a four-sided shape, you have what's called a quadrangle. The prefix quad means four. Quadrangle means four angles. So I think of a quad lift that allows four skiers to go up the hill at one time. I think about quadriceps. I think about quadruplets, four babies born at the same time. You created a four-sided shape of some sort. That would be called a quadrangle or a quadrilateral. What I'd like you to do now is to make a quadrangle, which means four angles, 1, 2, 3, 4. This would make up your angle, this makes up your angle, this makes up your angle, and this makes up your angle. I want you to use 4 straws that are all equal in length. And it must have all right angles. Do you remember right angles? They'd be able to make a square in the corner. Stop the video and make that quadrangle with all 4 sides equal in length and all right angles. Be ready to tell me what it is. Go ahead and pause the video. Now that you have that shape, it has all 4 sides are congruent or the same length. Write that word in there, congruent. Meaning has the same size, same shape. So you should have something that looks like this. You should have what I would call a square. I can identify each one of those corners as a right angle by putting this little square symbol in the corner. I also can make a little mark like this, meaning that all sides are the same length. Now that you have that square created on your desk, I want you to take this corner, and this corner, opposite corners, and pull them away from each other. Or you can take this corner and this corner, and you're going to pull the straws away from each other. You're going to pull them in opposite directions. Go ahead and stop the video and do that. When you pulled those opposite corners away from each other, you ended up with a rhombus. If you look at the angles, the angle here, the angle here, the angle here, and the angle here, you no longer have right angles. The opposite sides are still the same length, so that side is the same length as this side. This side is the same length as this side. That hasn't changed. But this new shape is called a rhombus. We have one other shape that we're going to create. You need to find 2 straws that are one length and 2 straws that are another length. You're going to make a quadrangle, so 4 sides, 4 angles, with pairs of opposite sides the same length and all right angles. So I'm going to put that on the next. You will need 4 straws, 2 of one length, 2 of another length. Create a quadrangle or a quadrilateral, 4 sides, that opposite sides are the same length. Go ahead and stop the video, create that flat on your desk, and be ready to tell what it is. You now have a rectangle. If you pull those, you should have this shape. Go ahead and this side is the same length as that side. This side is the same length as this side. Now what I'd like you to do while it's flat on your desk, I want you to pull again the corners, either this set or this set, in the opposite direction. When you do that, you have what is called a parallelogram. And that just means opposite sides are parallel. They will never cross each other. Now you will take 4 straws and you will create a trapezoid. A trapezoid has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. So if you look at this chart here, you'll notice that these are trapezoids. And the reason being is this side is parallel to this side. 1 pair. This side is parallel to this. They would never meet. They were equal distance apart. This side is parallel to this side. This side is parallel to this side. If you look at these are not trapezoids. No pair of parallel sides. No pair of parallel sides. No pair of parallel sides. So if you look at this, create a trapezoid, something that looks like the figures in this side. Stop the video when you are ready and resume when you've created a trapezoid and put it on your desk. The last shape that we're going to look at is a kite. Don't worry about constructing this with your straws, but if you look at this picture of a kite, you'll notice that it does have 4 sides. So it is a quadrangle, it is a quadrilateral. Quad referring to 4 sides. The difference here is that the sides that are the same length are next to each other. Unlike the parallelogram where the opposite sides were the same length. In this case, they are next to each other. What you are now going to do is you are going to continue on working on some things in your math journal. So in your math journal on page 6, you're going to work on using some lettering to name angles and draw some angles. You will continue on page 7 with just some basic addition and subtraction of multi-digit numbers. So go ahead and stop the video for today and get started in your math journal.